Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Jared, and I want to talk about the 5.4.2 patch on the PTR right now, specifically about the Karazhan cleanup or the Karazhan restoration that is seemingly going on right now. And by that, I mean basically they're removing certain things like the skeletons, the cobwebs, the overturned chairs. So they're fixing it, if you will, or cleaning it up. And that's made a lot of people wonder, what exactly is Blizzard doing with Karazhan? Is this going to be some sort of revamp or some sort of return of Karazhan? And of course there's people that are for this and people that are against it. You know, both sides have their viewpoints, if you will. And what I want to talk about is it a good thing or a bad thing to rehash content or recycle content or whatever you want to call it? Obviously Blizzard's done this before with Stratholme, in certain areas of that was changed, Skolamance and Scarlet Monastery, raids like Zolgarab and Zolomon are gone for heroic dungeons, so on and so forth. You know, Blizzard has a track record of changing things here and there. And I guess what I'm wondering, and I'm gonna ask you, is it a good thing or not to go back and change content, to update content, to continue the story, if you will? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? As someone who enjoys the lore of World of Warcraft, I do like when they go back and give us a continuation of the stories, because I just, I like hearing, what happened next. That being said, I'm not a big fan of Blizzard getting rid of stuff that we've had, before, and just saying, well, that's the end of that. You can never go back to old Dead Mines, or, you can never go back to old Ragefire Chasm. It's gone. You can only go into what we have now. And to me, I don't know, I wish there was a way for the old content to still be there to experience, and then the new content, be there as well, of course. And to me, that would be the perfect scenario. But Blizzard, for whatever reason, always seems to change it and not give us the ability to experience the old stuff. So more than likely, if they do change Karazhan, they're going to just have the new Karazhan available, or at the best, maybe it will be a scenario type thing. Maybe we're going back there for a specific reason, and they won't affect the the actual raid we have now. And you might say, well, what reason would we have to go back to Karazhan? And well, we have a pretty good reason to go back, in theory. If you think about Khadgar, who is going to be a major player in the Warlords of Draenor expansion, he was the apprentice of the master of Karazhan. He was, what was it, Medivh or Mediv, depending on how you say his name. That was his home, Karazhan. So perhaps we have to go back in there to, help Khadgar get maybe something to help fight against the warlords. Maybe there's some sort of mystical, gem or necklace, or who knows, staff or something in there maybe that Khadgar will utilize against the warlords. I mean, it would work lore-wise, story-wise, for us to go back in there for that reason, So I could see that working. But I guess my main point about why I'm doing this video, the main question at hand again is it a good thing or a bad thing to go back into old places we've been and change them? Does that intrigue you? Is it something you like? Or would you rather Blizzard focus on the new content? I don't know if there's really a right or wrong answer necessarily. It's all really an opinion. I think it's one of those things where I can see it both ways. I can see people wanting new stuff only. I can see people wanting to go back. I think if it's done right, it makes sense. Like, I would love to see what happens with the Scourge now, you know, that Bolvar's in charge of the Scourge. You know, I would love to, you know, go back in Icecrown Citadel and see it, you know, again, if you will. It was one of my favorite raids. One of my favorite raid experiences was that. But again, would I want it at the cost of losing the present Icecrown Citadel, a place where I have a lot of memories and a lot of good times I spent there. So it's like, you want to weigh the pros and the cons. And you know, I don't know, like, I can see both sides. I guess it's, you know, I'm about as neutral in this as I could possibly be for about any topic. But anyway, let me know what you think. Good thing or bad thing, you know, recycling content or going back into content, or, you know, what's your opinion in general about it? Is it something that, you know, would make you want to, you know, do it, or something that would make you upset? But anyway, you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you later.